Hi, I'm Caitlin Ninneman, and I'm here to tell you about Flubaroo. Flubaroo is this great way that you can grade short answers that only have one response or multiple choice answers for a quick formative assessment, or I used to use it for bell work as a teacher. It's a great tool. It'll save you a lot of time and it gives you results quickly. So in order to do this, you do have to use it with Google. What you need to do first is to create a Google form. So I have a couple examples. So I've got math concepts right here. So right now, you can see I've got two responses, okay? Two responses for this question. Now, what I did very first thing is I took this quiz myself. And the reason I did that was because that way, when it records my information, I am the very first person to have taken this. That way, it's a lot easier to find kind of the rubric that needs to be the basis for what the other students will be graded on. So in order to do that, if you don't know how to take your own quiz, I did an example over here too. And so this is one that nobody has responded to. And all you do is you go over here and you preview it. And so I'm going to take the quiz. I want all my answers to be right. So there we go. I also like to set it up. So right now it says submit another response. I would not actually do that. I would go back here. I would make sure that it collects the email address. Okay, and limit to one response. Those are all pretty good things to do when you're using it as a quiz. So I didn't put it on here, but I did it on the other one. So what you're going to do is once you've had your response to set the rubric and then another person's response, what you're going to do is you're going to actually have it create a form. Okay, you're going to create a sheet's data of the form that has been taken. So all of your students have done things. So I've got mine right here, and Jessica took it as an example right here. So I'm going to click on that, and so you can see what we said. Now obviously this works, when you've got a lot of students because you don't have to go through really quickly. So if you have not already added on Flubaroo, what you're going to do is you're going to go to add-ons and you click get add-ons. Flubaroo should be one of the first ones that pops up. Flubaroo. It's really popular. Teachers love it. There's a reason it's up there. So I already added it on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to add-ons. I'm going to go to Flubaroo. And I already graded it once, but I'm going to go ahead and show you how to grade the assignment. So it would say grade assignment or regrade assignment if you've graded some of the ones already. So I'm going to click grade assignment. Okay. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to choose, what do I want each thing to be perceived as. You can choose different points and you can choose different grading options. So the username is, since I have them nab the email right away, I want that to be the username. So our email are our usernames. And for them to have the email too, it comes in handy a lot later, because of the fact that it can email the scores out afterwards. You can choose normal grading. You can have it skip grading. Sometimes you do that if, let's say, students score really low on a question and you don't want it to count for the grade that you're going to put in. Or you can do grade by hand. I personally think if you're going to grade by hand, you might as well do it on something different, just because it's very time consuming to go through it. But it is an option. So just wanted to point that out. And you can choose different points all the way up to 10. So this is really great for, if you wanted multiple choice questions to be weighted in different ways. So I want 1 and 1, so I'm going to hit continue. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to choose, where the correct answers come from. So since I was the first one to take this, my name is at the top. That's why I suggest, right after you complete your form, you take it first. So I'm going to choose myself as the person with all the correct answers, and I'm going to hit continue. So now what it's going to do, it's going to grade all the rest of the students' assignments. So it just takes, barely any time usually. And I'm going to show you what each of these different colors mean. So usually if the student did well and got above 70%, they would keep them in black because that means their average or higher. You can see Jessica did poorly, so she's in red, okay? It shows you that she got this one correct, shows 100%, and that she got a point on this, and then this would show all of the students. It would show you how many of them got this right. So if I had 2 students take this and one of them got it wrong, it would be 50% here. And then she got this one wrong. The questions marked in orange just basically mean that they were low scored questions for all students. So maybe those are concepts that you need to go over again. Another great thing about this is you go ahead and you can hit add-ons and you go to Flubaroo and you can share the grades. So what you do is it'll send it to the student and it will show them what they got right and wrong. You can choose, well, you don't have to show that. It might just be their grade. So you can choose to include a list of questions and scores. I like to include that because it shows them what they got right and wrong. You can also include an answer key. Okay, so if you want them to note that they got it wrong, but you also want them to see the correct answer, you can do that as well. And then you can always include a message. And that just sends it out to their emails. That's why I say to grab that email right away. So the best way to share your forms to make sure that all the students get it is just make sure when you send out your form, you hit send. Don't share this link. It's wrong. It'll take them to this page. Okay, you want to go to send. You want to go to link, and you copy and paste this. If you have any questions about Flubaroo, I am a huge advocate for it. It takes a little bit of practice, but last year as a teacher, I was using it absolutely all the time, and I cannot sing its praises highly enough. So if you have any questions, please come talk to me. Thank you, and I hope this has been helpful.